understand how the people were so desperate to pick this man. You know, this unbelievable narcissist who could change the face of our world if we let him. And the only thing that will save us.
Cher just did the unthinkable. She exposed a shocking truth about Trump's sons live on air, and Trump's reaction, pure chaos. This isn't just another celebrity feud. What Cher revealed about Eric and Don Jr. isn't just gossip. It's a bombshell that ties into a much bigger story. And when Trump fired back, things got even wilder. This isn't just about drama. There's something bigger happening behind the scenes.
I have to tell you something. If someone said that my daughter was a hot piece of ass, I would put my fist through his face. Someone who would bring down the country because he doesn't win does not deserve anything, deserves nothing. He deserves nothing. He does not deserve any kind of respect, loyalty. I don't think he has two moral fibers.
And by the end, you'll understand why this feud could have real consequences. Welcome to the channel, where we uncover the stories behind the headlines. If you want the truth without the filter, hit subscribe and let's get started. Cher just dropped a bombshell about Trump's sons, and Trump lost it. But this wasn't just some offhand comment. It happened live. No script, no filter. One moment, Cher was talking about music, and the next, she went straight for the jugular. The crowd went silent. The hosts froze. And within minutes, Trump was raging online. What did she say that set him off? It wasn't just an insult. It wasn't just politics. Cher went after Eric and Don Jr. in a way no one expected, exposing something from their past that even most Trump supporters don't know. And when the clip went viral, Trump didn't just respond. He went nuclear. This wasn't his usual Twitter rant. His reaction was different, more personal, more furious. Because here's the thing, Cher and Trump have a history. Decades of quiet tension, buried feuds, and private clashes. And what she said? It wasn't random. It was a direct hit, one that Trump couldn't ignore. The internet exploded. Some called Cher brave. Others said she crossed a line.
The people he will bring with him will put an end to any hope that women have of getting the rights that we had in Roe versus Wade. I believe they will put an end to any gay marriage. They will put an end to gay adoption. It's not going to hurt me. I'm 70. It's not going to do anything to me, but it's going to do stuff to young people. And that really scares me.
But one thing's certain. This wasn't just gossip. There's a reason Trump reacted so violently. There's a reason Cher chose now to say it. And there's a reason this story isn't going away. Because this isn't just about fame or feuds. It's about power. It's about secrets. And most of all, it's about what happens when someone finally says the quiet part out loud. The moment came out of nowhere. Cher was mid-interview, when the host asked her about current politics. That's when her tone shifted. No jokes, no Hollywood charm. Just cold, blunt truth. People keep asking why I don't talk about them anymore, she said, voice steady. But here's the thing about Eric and Don Jr. They're not just political figures. They're part of something darker. Then she dropped the hammer. I've known these boys since they were kids.
Actually retarded, you're morally reprehensible, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid. You have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell. You're not even interesting enough to make me.
And what people don't realize is how much they've changed, and who changed them. The studio got uncomfortably quiet. There are stories no one tells about the Trump family, the way they operate behind closed doors. It's not what America thinks. When pressed for details, Cher didn't name specifics, but she implied enough to send shockwaves. Ask yourself why certain business deals always seem to work out for them. Ask why certain witnesses suddenly go quiet. Her delivery wasn't angry, it was almost sad. I stayed silent for years, not anymore. The bombshell? She hinted at legal. Troubles the brothers have allegedly avoided. The system protects certain people. But the truth always comes out. Then, the killer line. And when it does, even their father won't be able to save them this time. Within minutes, clips were everywhere. Not because she screamed insults, but because for the first time, someone with insider knowledge spoke plainly. No metaphors, no vague tweets, just a legendary artist looking straight into the camera and implying the Trump heirs have skeletons. No one's dug up? Yet. The interview ended abruptly after that, but the damage was done. Because when Cher, a woman who's avoided Trump drama for years, suddenly goes nuclear on live TV, you know there's more to this story. The backlash came faster than anyone expected. Within 90 minutes of Cher's interview, going viral,
He is so dangerous, and what he brings to my country, what he's awakened in my country, is bigotry and distrust and a certain kind of supremacy in certain groups, and he lies. He tells something, and then you go back and you see what he said, and it seems like the truth both times. He's terrific at lying. I've never seen.
Like on paper, he looks so good. You know, he was brought up rich. He had a good education. Got all these young chicks. I don't know how young, but he's got all these young chicks, and he just keeps trading them in on younger chicks, and he's got all this money, and he's famous, and still he's such a.
Trump's Truth Social post lit up like a Molotov cocktail. Crazy Cher hasn't been relevant since the Stone Age. Nobody cares about her washed-up Hollywood lies, especially not about my great sons. But this wasn't his usual all-caps rant. The post kept getting edited, first adding, then deleting a threat about legal consequences for slander. Screenshots show 3 different versions in 20 minutes, something Trump almost never does. Then came the interview. Fox News caught him backstage at a rally. Mike's still hot. She's a total loser. No nothing. My boys are champions. But his body language told a different story. Jaw clenched, repeatedly adjusting his tie. When pressed if he'd sue, he snapped. Will's political analysts noticed something unusual. While Trump typically brushes off celebrity insults with mockery, this time his responses carried something new. Defensiveness. Not about himself, but specifically about his son's business dealings.
Christmas wish. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do. I hope the Republicans disappear.
Well, you actually said Donald Trump gave you an ulcer the last time he was in power. Why is that?
He almost did. I'm not kidding you. He almost did. But I mean, if anyone could give you an ulcer, it's him.
Why? What is it about him that drives you nuts?
Everything. How long do you have?
I think about 4 minutes.
Okay, well, just keep thinking afterwards for about 24 hours.
When Newsmax asked about Cher's certain witnesses comment, he didn't just deny it. He went into an unsolicited 3-minute monologue about perfectly legal real estate deals. By morning, Hadri Cher vs. Trumps was trending with 600K tweets. But the real story wasn't the feud. It was Trump's reaction speed, his uncharacteristic post-editing, and that strange, hyper-specific denial about things Cher never actually named. When Newsmax asked about Cher's certain witnesses comment, he didn't just deny it. He went into an unsolicited 3-minute monologue about perfectly legal real estate deals. By morning, Hadri Cher vs. Trumps was trending with 600K tweets. But the real story wasn't the feud. It was Trump's reaction speed, his uncharacteristic post-editing, and that strange, hyper-specific denial about things Cher never actually named. When Newsmax asked about Cher's certain witnesses comment, he didn't just deny it. He went into an unsolicited 3-minute monologue about perfectly legal real estate deals. By morning, Hadri Cher vs. Trumps was trending with 600K tweets. But the real story wasn't the feud. It was Trump's reaction speed, his uncharacteristic post-editing, and that strange, hyper-specific denial about things Cher never actually named. When Newsmax asked about Cher's certain witnesses comment, he didn't just deny it. He went into an unsolicited 3-minute monologue about perfectly legal real estate, but sources say she turned down 3 talk show appearances last month, waiting for this specific high-profile platform. Meanwhile, Trump's overreaction gave legs to a story that might have faded. Now even mainstream outlets are digging into old Trump Organization cases the brothers were involved in. On social media, liberals are treating this as validation, while Trump's base calls it a coordinated attack. But the quietest reaction speaks loudest. Republican leadership hasn't defended the Trumps at all. No statements from McConnell, no Fox News segments. Just deafening silence from people who normally rush to their defense. The real impact may be legal, not political. Several deleted tweets from former Trump lawyers this week suggest nervousness. One wrote, then erased, "Statute of limitations isn't what people think. Whether Cher knew it or not, she just threw a match on dry kindling. This feud is far from finished." In the coming days, watch for 3 key developments. First, whether any major news outlets pick up Cher's claims and dig deeper into the Trump brothers' business dealings. Second, if Don Jr. or Eric break their unusual silence with more than vague posts, a lawsuit threat would change everything. And most importantly, watch the legal world. If any of those quiet witnesses Cher hinted at suddenly find their voices again. Behind the scenes, this fight is already moving beyond celebrity gossip. Political analysts note Trump's team has started vetting opposition research on Cher's past business ventures, a sign they're taking this as a serious threat, not just bad PR. Meanwhile, Cher's inner circle claims she's just getting started, with rumors of a planned tell-all interview. The 2024 election looms over everything. With Trump as the presumptive nominee, any attack on his family becomes an attack on his campaign. But this time, the ammunition came from an unexpected source. Not a politician or journalist, but an entertainment icon with nothing left to prove and no fear of backlash. That's all for today. But this story is still developing. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this explosive feud plays out. If you want to stay updated on all the twists and turns, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. But sources say she turned down 3 talk show appearances last month, waiting for this specific high-profile platform. Meanwhile, Trump's overreaction gave legs to a story that might have faded. Now even mainstream outlets are digging into old Trump Organization cases the brothers were involved in. On social media, liberals are treating this as validation, while Trump's base calls it a coordinated attack. But the quietest reaction speaks loudest. Republican leadership hasn't defended the Trumps at all. No statements from McConnell, no Fox News segments. Just deafening silence from people who normally rush to their defense. The real impact may be legal, not political. Several deleted tweets from former Trump lawyers this week suggest nervousness. One wrote, then erased, "Statute of limitations isn't what people think. Whether Cher knew it or not, she just threw a match on dry kindling. This feud is far from finished." In the coming days, watch for 3 key developments. First, whether any major news outlets pick up Cher's